Welcome to Sakanya the podcast, where great conversations happen on great walks. I'm Sakanya and you're listening to episode 4 of season 3. My guest Sam Massey is taking us on a walk from the village of Caldbeck through Parsons Woods along the river Caldbeck. It's part of the Cumbria Way route. And to be honest, it was a bit slippery. I had near falls. My phone decided to fly out of my hand, and it was all worth it for those gorgeous views and colours. Sam Massey is the co-founder of Women Up UK and someone who's spent over 20 years in youth and community work across Cumbria. Sam's story is just wonderful. She left school at 15 and became a Virgin Atlantic flight attendant at 19 and realised that maybe she wasn't the problem, maybe the system was. During our walk, we talked so many things that made you sit up and think, like the mentor who sat on a street with someone at rock bottom and bought them chips, why youth workers occupied this unique, non-authoritarian space in young people's lives, how Sam's creating inclusive spaces where difficult conversations can actually happen, and this phrase that's been living in my head rent-free from the moment Sam spoke it: you can't hate up close. Whether you work with young people, care about education, or have ever felt like you don't fit the mould, this conversation has something for you. Before we get into it, I want to shout out our music partner for this season, a band called Persimmon, a talented local group. Their jazzy sound is the perfect backdrop for our Lake District adventures, so definitely please do check them out after this episode on YouTube or Instagram. Right then, grab your boots or settle it into your sofa or do those dreadful cleaning jobs and let's walk. Hi Sam!
Hello, lovely to see you.
Thank you, and you? How are you?
I'm alright, thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I'm pleased to say it's not raining here. Actually, it's just stopped, hasn't it?
Yeah. It was raining on the way.
It was raining all the way here. I was driving up thinking, oh my God. And then I felt like I was in the middle of a horror movie because my sat-nav took me down some really narrow streets. You know, when you're driving and you're sweating and you're thinking, please God, don't send any cars the other way. Because I literally have no idea where I'm going to go. Someone's going to have to reverse all the way back. But we made it.
And it's dry.
It's beautiful. So I have a confession to make, Sam. I was thinking, I've been here before. I know. And it was only like a month ago when I did the Cumbria Way.
Yes.
So we stopped in Caldbeck and went to that pub. Yes. So I walked past the pub and I thought, I've been here before.
So this is part of the Cumbria Way.
Oh,
I did it the year of my 40th.
Did you?
With a group of friends. And it was incredible.
How many days did you do it?
We did it over, I think, is it 5 days?
Yeah.
We did it over the 5 days, but it was very sort of, like you said, it was a real bonding thing.
It is, isn't it?
It was lovely.
That's what I love about these walks, is you just, you drop in and out of different groups and it's just so great. Yeah. And you have your sandwiches.
Yeah. And the pub.
Yeah. Although I was always in the slower group, so we never got a pub stop.
Just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
So this is part of the Cumbria Way, but hopefully we'll loop you back and show you something a bit different as well.
That's cool.
Somewhere you've not been.
I mean, I'm one of these people that watches a movie. Towards the end, I'll be like, oh, I've seen it before. So I wouldn't worry about it. So nice to see you and spend time with you.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. So we met at Women Up Carlisle.
That's correct.
Last October 2024.
Correct. Yes.
When I had my debut spoken word moment, which was very exciting.
That was amazing. You did brilliantly.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah.
I've always told myself I'm not really a public speaking person, but this kind of speaks to don't listen to what you tell yourself.
Yeah. But don't you think it depends on the audience as well? Because the audience hold you in that kind of environment.
Yeah, and they were very giving. They were so lovely. It was a great event. So do you organise it?
So the event that we're talking about was the International Women's Day open mic event that we've run every year for the last 3 years maybe.
Yeah.
And we work in conjunction with Carlisle International Women's Group.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of a bit of a partnership. We really like to work collaboratively with different organisations. And so we put it on as a bit of a group coming together.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And so let's rewind, Sam. Who are you? Who is Sam? So you're born and brought up in Cumbria?
So I was not born here.
Okay.
My parents moved up here when I was little from sort of the south, Kent and Essex.
Oh, okay.
So I was born down there.
Okay.
But obviously have lived up here since then. Done a bit of moving around, lived in London for a bit, travelled a bit, and then came back home to sort of settle, I suppose, as so many people do.
Yeah, definitely. And where did you travel to?
So
thanks.
I'm really fortunate that my parents love travelling and kind of very much encourage it.
Oh, good.
And so I've been really lucky. Travel is so important for opening the mind and seeing like how other people live and really appreciating different aspects of life. I think everyone should get the opportunity. I wish that everyone could get the opportunity. Because it's really changed my outlook on things.
Amazing. Yeah.
But my sort of most significant period of travel, I suppose, was when I was like in my 20s. And we got like a round the world ticket and we went off to like, this is with my now husband.
Sam, that's so nice.
And we
worked.
So bad. We did sort of, Pacific Islands. We did Australia, New Zealand, but we also did Thailand. Spent quite a lot of time in northern Thailand.
Yeah.
South Africa, Lesotho.
Okay.
And really kind of did it with an ethical mindset, even back then.
Yeah.
Even back then when it wasn't cool to do that, we kind of were very much about the responsible travel, and we would stay with like local people and not do the party thing, like geeky about it. But it was incredible. It definitely shaped my outlook.
Yeah, it's such a shame that I mean, it's fine if people want to do the party thing, but I would encourage people to go back and do the non-party thing as well, because it's such a different experience.
Absolutely. Everybody, each
to each their own.
To each their own, exactly. And actually, I should tell you that in this summer holidays, we've just taken our children to the same parts of northern Thailand that we went to 20 years ago. I'm
going to cry. I love that. That's so nice.
We visited all the same places to see kind of, how it changed.
Did you see a lot of changes?
Like in some ways yes, in some ways not.
Okay.
But brilliant for that. They'd never been anywhere kind of quite like it, so just to kind of
And did you go back to your host families at all?
We went back to one place that we'd stayed at where we'd done some volunteer work.
Oh yeah.
And it's an incredible woman that set up like an elephant sanctuary, but she also supports like the local community through employment and schools and all that kind of thing. We went back and found her again.
Oh, cool.
And her like 10 elephant sanctuary is now like 100 elephants big, and she employs something like 500 people.
Oh, wow.
So we actually found her. She was on site and she sort of welcomed us. And
that was
so lovely.
Nice.
That was really nice.
Because given how many people she must meet every day, and then you get people like us who turn up going, "Oh, hi, I saw you 20 years ago. Do you remember me?"
There's not a chance she would have remembered us, but
I did that in Mexico. The guy was like, "Who? What?"
But she was very sweet about it.
Oh, that's nice. She was obviously more charming than this guy. He just looked to me like, I'm trying to sell tickets here. Can you go away?
Leave me alone.
Yeah. Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah.
So what was your the feedback from your kids? How old are they?
So like 12, 15 and 16.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So 15 and 16 appreciated it, but not very vocally.
Okay.
But my daughter, who's 12, is very, she's very kind of very expressive about life, and so they all loved it, and they definitely got a lot from it, and they were amazing at just sort of trying the local foods and talking to local people, and
what a great experience to give your children.
I know, really lucky.
Yeah, and for your kids to look back on it and think, I did that with my parents. Like, that's really nice.
Yeah, hopefully they'll look back and think that. Yeah.
So have you always lived in Caldbeck?
I don't live in Caldbeck. I live just outside Caldbeck.
Okay.
And pretty much, apart from sort of moving away for different jobs and things, we've pretty much lived in the same sort of area.
Yeah. I can see why. It is beautiful.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it is stunning.
This is the Cumbria Way. It is beautiful.
So we're going through Parsons Park.
Parsons Park along the river.
Oh, you can just hear it. It's just so wonderful. And magical. It's actually so nice that it's rained.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fuller. Yeah, the water's fuller.
Yeah.
As I was driving through Ambleside, like Windermere was so full.
Was it?
Yeah, you could see the water like close, not on the road, but close to road height, which is quite nice. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's a really beautiful waterfall which will be so full, like you say, just across from where we've parked. So if we get time, I'll take you to
that'd be amazing. I have a thing about waterfalls.
Me too.
Yeah, there's something about water.
Yeah, absolutely. I love a river.
Yeah, it's so calming.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, me
so
me too.
So I guess you did all your schooling in this area.
Yeah, I did. I went to school in the area. I really struggled with school. Did not enjoy school.
No. What do you think it was?
I think that I was probably a bit of a middly child. I didn't need extra support, but nor was I a genius. Right. So I was very much sort of lost ignored. In the middle. Yeah. Which I think, growing up in the sort of 90s, it was quite standard.
Yeah.
And I think that, again, growing up in the 90s, very like, there was a lot of pressure. There was a lot of kind of, I don't know, I was very sensitive to other people's opinions and kind of really struggled socially if things weren't kind of going my way, and it got to a point where I just stopped going to school, basically.
Oh gosh, yeah, going after you.
So I've got a lot of kind of empathy, I suppose, for young people who are going through struggles.
Yeah, and is that your main line of work, working with young people?
So my background, after I did go back to university and absolutely loved university, but I kind of left school at 15 and didn't go back until I got on a undergraduate course in psychology.
Oh, amazing. And
that kind of sort of shifted everything.
And how did you do that, though, for anyone listening who might be in a similar position and thinking about further education but left school early? What was that journey like for you?
It was really interesting, actually. And I do reflect on it quite a bit because it was a bit of a crossroads in life. So I was 19 and I got a job with Virgin Atlantic as a flight attendant.
Oh my goodness, amazing. I did not know that, Sam. Did you think you were going to get away with this conversation and not bring that up?
Well, it's a really funny one. I reflect on all these things so much. I was 19, so I was the youngest you could be to apply.
Okay.
Got the job, but you have to live within an hour and a half of Gatwick and Heathrow. So it meant me having to move down to London.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There was a very intense 8-week initial training course, which was sort of exam every day.
Yeah.
You know, and it was very kind of high intensity. People didn't pass the exams. They were asked, you know, they were told they'd have to try again next year, kind of thing.
Yeah. Wow.
And I just seemed to be doing really well, like, without being, like, it was a real moment where I was like, oh my God, I can actually do this. Other people are struggling and I seem to just be able to do it.
Yeah.
I can do it, because I really didn't have that confidence in myself at all.
Yeah.
Because school had been such a struggle. And I just, I was actually with my now husband, who was doing his masters in London.
Oh, okay.
So he moved, we hadn't known each other that long, but he moved down with me when I got this job.
Yeah.
And he was doing his masters, and we kind of, I don't know, the idea of going back to study became a thing, and and I kind of realised in that period of time that if I can do this course that everyone seems to find so tricky, maybe, just maybe,
maybe it's not a you thing in terms of the studying.
And I remember having my interview at the university, and the senior lecturer saying, "Oh, you haven't done A-levels, and we'll give you a go, but this is going to be really tricky."
That's really interesting, isn't it? Because usually, like, I would be the same. I would look at these courses and think, well, I don't... Did you finish your GCSEs then?
I did, but I just scraped through them, really.
Yeah, so that's really interesting. I would have disqualified myself without even having the conversation.
Yeah.
So good for you.
Well, I certainly did for a few years. It was that. It was definitely that sort of process that made me reassess what I was capable of.
Right. Thanks, Richard Branson.
Exactly that. There you go.
Well, thanks you for putting yourself forward. Yeah.
So, and then that kind of led me very, quite soon afterwards into youth and community work. And that's kind of been the foundation of everything that I've done for 20 years, really.
Wow. And so what course did you do? Did you say psychology?
I did psychology, and then I went on to do my postgrad in youth and community work.
Wow. And what attracted you to that?
I think I worked at a youth club in Wigton, which is, I don't know if you know Wigton, but it's kind of...
What I know about Wigton is the Roman road that goes up and down like a roller coaster, which I drove. I drove it for the first time in darkness in winter, going to the Green Hill Hotel.
Yes, the Green Hill Hotel is on the outskirts. You're correct.
And I was like, "What is this? Where am I?" It was quite an adventure, but actually kind of fun when you get that, lurching stomach feeling.
Absolutely.
But yes, I know Wigton-ish.
Well, Wigton has, it's quite a socially deprived town. It's quite isolated.
Right.
At the time, and probably still, there was lots of sort of antisocial behaviour and lots of social issues, really. Yeah. And so the youth centre was really pivotal. It was really important in the town, because it was, we would work with young people to address some of those issues, or to give them somewhere to kind of have conversations that were a bit more positive than what they were getting elsewhere.
Yeah.
And I worked there for 10 years.
Yeah.
I started because it was just a part-time job that fit in with everything else.
Yeah.
And as is so often the case, I met an incredible mentor, woman who really showed me the power of youth work and community work. What
was that light bulb moment then? Was there a single one, or was it a combination?
She's since passed away.
Oh.
And I spoke after quite soon after her death, and told the story of her being in the youth club.
Yeah.
Some of the young people coming in to tell us that somebody they knew, you know, by name, was outside lying on the street.
Right.
And you know, there's a general sort of undertone of people mocking or people like. And anyway, she went out and sat on the street with him, bought him a portion of chips, put her arm around him. Aww. You know, she was just that person who, no judgment. She was there for him, whatever, you know, unconditional kind of support network. Even when he was rock bottom. And I think that was that really stuck with me, that where so many people would shy away. Yeah. She was there in his moment of kind of desperation.
Yeah, so it makes such a difference to put yourself out there, doesn't it? And it's not an easy thing to do. And to witness someone doing it is definitely a game changer.
Somebody who's so well respected, you know, she was... you know, she'd done her PhD and she worked at the university, and you know, somebody so well respected in her field, and yet she was so much of the people and the people that she sort of advocated for.
So basically, she didn't need to do any of it. She could have stayed in the paperwork.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But that kind of, I think that kind of, there's just little light bulb moments in life, isn't there, that really sort of send you on your way. And I do remember having a conversation with her name was Linda, about leaving youth work, and her saying, youth work needs you, don't leave. Don't leave youth work, and really sort of you know, really kind of hammering it home how important this line of work was for so many people. And you know, at that moment I could have jumped ship, but didn't. So
and it's the kind of work that actively changes people's lives, right? You can change the course of someone's life through just like even something as small as a kind gesture of a bag of chips.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's one of
thank you.
Thanks. It's one of the, when it's such a difficult thing to define. Oh, are you okay?
Dropped my phone.
Oh,
how did that happen? Oh my God, it's all kicking off.
It's all happening. Are you okay?
Oh my God. How did that happen? No, we're still recording. Oh, thank God. I was like, I don't know how that happened. Thanks, menopause. Everything is the fault of menopause.
Absolutely.
I don't know what happened. But sorry, back to you. Drama over.
Drama over. I can't. I've lost my trail of thought.
I know. I'm so sorry. The drama. I just had to get some attention. It was all too wholesome.
All about me.
It was too much. That we were saying about, you know, the work could actually genuinely impact someone's life in such a positive way.
There's so many young people that I think what I was saying was it's really hard to define youth work because it's not. You know, if you say you're a teacher, it's very sort of clear what you are, but youth work is still, you know, it can be a bit ambiguous, but it's one of the only roles in lots of young people's life that isn't an authority figure.
Yeah.
And for so many young people that I've come across over the years, that's so critical, like so important that that the adult that they're talking to and building a relationship with and respect and trust with is not a parent who has, you know, a position of power, not a police officer, not a social worker.
Yeah.
You know, a youth worker comes from a completely different value base and sort of point of view where it's, you know, we are we're respectful of each other, however we are not in a position of power.
Yeah.
And I think that in itself holds so much power.
Yeah.
You know, the young people that would come to my projects came voluntarily. Nobody told them to come. You know, they didn't have to come because of school. They didn't have to come because the social worker or the police had, you know, made it a condition. They came because they wanted to be there, and that's powerful in itself.
That is, yeah. And it changes the way you engage then, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And the way that it can, it would open doors. So I worked with an incredible group of young people in Wigton who were really conscious that their perception from the public that lived in Wigton was that they were up to no good.
Right.
And they decided that what they could do to change that is to put on a community event that they would host for everybody.
Yeah. And
it meant them having to go and speak to the town council about their plans.
Oh, wow.
And the town council going, that's very unrealistic.
Really brave, isn't it?
Yeah, but they were sort of suppressed. They were told that it probably wouldn't happen because of this, this and this. And that just made them more determined, though. It made them more determined. And it made them, because I now know them as young adults,
yes, it
means that they know how to make their voice heard if they need to. They know that they can.
Don't accept the first no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can go to the town council and say, well, actually, I'm a citizen and this is what I think.
That's phenomenal.
So, anyway, I love youth work for that.
Yeah, and I feel like, the more I talk to different people, we really need to change our curriculum in school, don't we?
It's so antiquated.
It's terrible. It doesn't set you up with skills for life.
Not at all.
Like, how do you buy a house? How do you rent a house? How do you, basic functional things. I'm sure you need the academic stuff as well.
Yeah.
But you need like a lesson in life.
Yeah.
What is a council?
Yes, absolutely. That. And critical thinking skills, which are kind of bleached out of young people as they move through the curriculum.
Yeah.
And I just think critical thinking is applied to so many, it's such a core skill for for life.
Yeah.
In terms of challenging what we see on our algorithms.
Yeah.
Or like the beauty standards of today. Let's question that. Don't take it at face value.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. And I just don't think that young people are given the opportunity to practice those.
And I think that's a really good point, especially in this world of social media and fast fashion and influencers and this sort of seduction of don't, in quotation marks, don't get a proper job.
Yeah.
Like, you can have a lifestyle job.
Yeah.
But actually, some of that is very transient. It might last 5 minutes. And then what are you left with when you actually just need foundational skills?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely that. Absolutely
fascinating.
I feel compelled to tell you about a conversation I had with my daughter last night. She's I've always been very, very open with her, and although she's only 12, she's very kind of, any work that I do, she comes along, she hears the sort of opinions of so many different people. She's got a really sort of broad understanding of the world, and she told me that yesterday she had a lesson at school with her year eight pupils around the flags that we're seeing everywhere in our local towns and cities. And
I drove over a flagged roundabout. I know, it just makes it does make your stomach turn.
It's so good.
Well, it makes my stomach turn.
It's absolutely horrifying.
Yeah.
And she basically said that the teacher was trying to initiate a debate about it and to sort of look at it, and she's so, we've got friends who have been through the asylum process, who are close friends, who she sees as part of our family, and finds it really hard to understand why people are seeing things in such a skewed way. But she said it was only her and one other person that had that view. She said,
really,
everybody else in the class you know, had the sort of
opposite,
the far right kind of mentality.
Yeah.
And she said, I finished at the end of the lesson, I said, if you want to know any more and if you want to understand better, you need to go and watch A Girl from Mogadishu.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you've seen the film. No, I haven't.
I'm going to.
And she like just left it there. I was like,
oh,
God, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you for standing up. And
that takes so much courage. Yeah.
But
are you okay?
I am. I just, it's so sad, isn't it? It's so sad.
It's horrible. It's just heart-wrenching to think that the things that our parents faced have come full circle.
Yeah.
And actually it didn't take a lot for the cookie to crumble in a relatively short space of time.
It's really, really sad.
Really sad. And there's so much miseducation out there.
Oh my gosh.
And there's just so much violence and anger and aggression. It's frightening.
So much sort of, like you say, misinformation and kind of, I don't know. I think you only have to sort of look at something that is anti-immigration once and your algorithms and everything that you're fed.
Yes.
You know, chimes to that kind of rhetoric.
Yeah.
It's really dangerous.
It is. It's really dangerous. It's not regulated enough. But there is a bit of glimmer of hope that people like your child exist and are willing to stand up and have that chat.
I think that because they say you can't hate up close, and
right.
because she's been, you know, because she's sort of exposed to friends who are from all walks of life, and are quite open about sharing their experiences and stories. I think there needs to be more of that, you know.
I like that. You can't hate up close. So actually, if you get to know the reality, it becomes harder.
Absolutely.
Oh, I really like that. Yeah.
And in the same way, you know, we've got trans friends or like non-binary friends, and it's the same.
Yeah.
Once you understand somebody and realise that they are a beautiful human, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. The rest doesn't matter. That's personal.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's really difficult because there's a genuine misunderstanding of British history.
Yeah. This is where we're meant to be going, but it looks a bit slippy.
Yeah.
Would you? Are you happier going straight on, and we can turn back?
We've seen what I've done on flat ground, Sam. I mean, that takes a special kind of talent.
I mean, we can head back this way and I can take you to the waterfall. Or do you think we need a little bit further? Let's do it.
This way and then start looping back.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Are you okay?
None of this is unusual, can I just say?
I'm fine with it as long as you're all right.
Adds to the drama. And luckily, I have very strong muscles that catch me.
I'll catch you if I can. You have those.
Save yourself, Sam. Actually, when we did the Cumbria Way, this was the same.
Was it?
It was just as slidey and slippy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a funny terrain.
But, you know, we move forward, Sam. We move forward. It's all good.
All part of the adventure.
And if I have muddy trousers at the end of this, I'll just have to drive home in my pants.
I'm sure that wouldn't be for the first time.
Oh, it's all squelchy.
Can hear the river down there.
You can, yeah.
Can't you? It's really powerful.
So, back to what we were saying, miseducation about British history. So, for example, if I made a comment about the flags, for example, and I was challenging an opinion regarding patriotism versus the right to seek asylum being entirely legal, versus the number of people who seek asylum, versus we shouldn't be surprised because Britain colonised and pillaged and stole and built its wealth on the shoulders of other nations. It doesn't go well.
No.
Because it's not an accepted part of history.
Absolutely.
But it's a fact.
but it's a fact. And and the fact that it isn't a recognised part of history is a huge, a huge issue that needs addressing, isn't it?
Yeah. So is that something that's coming up in your youth work at all?
We've recently met with some of the youth work providers in Carlisle, who basically we're going to be working with to deliver some like girls only, which always means non-binary.
Okay.
We're always sort of inclusive.
That's good to know. It's a good clarification, rather.
Yes. Yeah. Everything we do, we class as inclusive. Feminism, if you want to call it feminism, because feminism's been hijacked in the most horrible way, but we are very much inclusive, and that's part of our our bedrock, really. So working with youth work providers in Carlisle to offer a girls only space, because they're seeing a real decline in young women coming along, and when they question it, it's often to do with safety or feeling overwhelmed by the kind of masculine kind of vibes. And
it is very high male energy.
But in those discussions, we have been bringing up things like this sort of far right rhetoric that is creeping into everything, and how important it is just to have safe spaces for young people to, be able to have those conversations, even if they don't know that they want those conversations. It's about having a different opinion to that they might be hearing elsewhere.
Right.
It's about having kind of trusted adults who they can ask questions of that will get a non-judgmental kind of response. And all of that. God,
it's so important
so basic,
to keep that.
But for some young people, they just don't have there is no, all they're getting is a one-sided account of the world, or a very sort of limited understanding of the world.
It's a very scary place to be, that.
Absolutely that.
And it can lead to some worrying decisions.
And we've already spoken about those light bulb moments in life, and you just never know how some of those conversations can lead to, somebody shifting their view of the world and seeing things in a bit more, in a different light. So we are about to set up it'll be like Woman Up youth work across Carlisle, in conjunction with places like Carlisle Youth Zone. So that'll be, that's great. That's quite exciting, really.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And just creating these spaces is so important. So it's great that you're doing that.
Yeah, it's really great. It's
really
exciting.
So how do you some of this work is pretty heavy. How do you balance yourself to not carry it and be a better resource to help people or work with people?
I'm not very good at that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm good at looking after myself. I definitely have I'm very lucky that I've got lots of outlets for, I love walking, obviously. And
this is stunning, by the way. We haven't talked enough about it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
With the slipping and sliding, there are some really nice views.
It's beautiful, and all the leaves are changing, aren't they?
Oh, it's just the best time. I love this time of year so much.
That's High Pike up there in the clouds.
Oh, stunning. Just stunning.
Onwards. Go onwards a bit further.
Onwards. It's like cross-country skiing.
I mean, I didn't tell you that, but it is. It's a bit.
Well, at least I don't need to do my cardio because I'm sweating enough through stress.
That's not good.
No, I'm just saying it in jest. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Oh, beautiful.
It is. Fancy having a bit of the Cumbria Way on your doorstep.
I know, it's so lovely.
Yeah. So you try and take time out and go for walks.
Yes, I do.
Runs.
I'm like I say, I am very lucky that way. I work with different third sector organisations, so I've got a colleague who does a lot of women's walks out west Cumbria. So I work with her usually one day a week, and we take groups of women for walks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Oh, of course, I know this because you invited me to one.
Yeah.
And I couldn't make it, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really fortunate that sort of fits into my working week.
Yeah.
And I love a bit of yoga, I love a bit of wild swimming.
Yeah.
Just all of those things that I know everybody does now, but I just, that's a little piece of me. So.
Yeah.
But I do find it hard. I find if I've got a day free, I tend to fill it with checking in on some of my groups.
Oh, do you?
We've just got some funding actually, which I'm really over the moon about. But
right.
There's a group of asylum-seeking women and children locally to where I live, who I sort of check in on every week. But this will allow us to run a project with them to sort of develop more of a project, which means I can give more time and sort of work with them to develop something that's really going to help benefit them, you know.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting.
That sounds
as
great.
well.
So when you get something like that, talk me through the process. Like, how do you develop something like that? Because this is completely alien to me.
Okay. Well, I met my dear friend Mina, who we both know, 3-4 years ago we've known each other, and she really kind of introduced me to, as somebody who'd been through the asylum system, how difficult it was, the kind of challenges that came up, particularly for women, because it tended to be women, even if they'd arrived in the country with a family, it tended to be the women that would be at home, not out at work, children at school, so very sort of isolated. And the more that they didn't sort of have to use English, the more that they felt, the levels of isolation kind of increase as their family can integrate and they can't. So we set up a project, Mina and I, to support women who were in that sort of situation. Yeah. And soon after we set it up, the Ukraine crisis happened. Right. We suddenly had like an influx of other women into Carlisle that we kind of, tried to reach out to and support in different ways. And then the 2 hotels opened as well. So then in a very short succession, we then had 90 women in one of the hotels in Carlisle who we again tried to sort of put projects together to support. Right. And I think because of that process and all that sort of learning that happened during that time, you kind of quite quickly get sort of integrated into different organisations that are trying to do the same thing, and people pull together, and so where the women I'm talking about that I'm currently supporting arrived, so they've sort of moved from different parts of the country. Well, there's no network, there's nothing at all. It's really isolated. Penrith and Eden Refugee Network reached out and asked if I would check in on them and welcome them. And as a result of that, you very quickly build relationships and sort of trust with that group who really don't see many other people. Yeah. They don't have the means, They're really, it's a real insight into the levels of desperation to sort of settle here. Although the project is to, support them in accessing local services, you very quickly get embroiled in helping them with, a whole host of other things, and that's kind of, that's part of it, but that's what makes it a really sort of rewarding absolutely thing to do.
I totally get that. Well, that sounds great that you've got the funding. I'm sure it's really hard to get to that stage.
Yeah, it is, but that's a positive thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we're in woodland.
Yeah, we've done it all.
Goodness, it's amazing.
This path's a little bit less muddy.
This one's crunchy. And it's stunning. It's really lovely.
Oh, it is beautiful.
How lucky are we?
I know. And I shouldn't say it, but there has not been a drop of rain, has there?
No. So what's next then, Sam? I knew there'd be something.
It feels like we've had sort of a quieter year last year with one thing and another. And I've quite recently met with our Woman Up trustees.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a real sort of a plan to push things forward in the coming year. We've got some amazing sort of supporters and volunteers and just incredible people who want to make things happen. So we're just at a point now where we are developing a programme for next year and making sure it meets the needs of people who really need it. It feels like it's needed more than ever at the moment.
Yeah. And what kind of things are we thinking?
So we predominantly we were set up as like an events organisation, because the Woman Up event, which was kind of like staged a bit like a conference, but it was a platform for lots of different voices to talk about issues that are important to them. Very inclusive, like I've already said. Very much, we would always have a handful of men that would turn up and they would get as much out of it, if not more, than the women in the room.
Oh, that's great.
But there was always a bit of a hunger and an appetite for, like, we don't want this just once a year. We want to do, we want the opportunity to get together and discuss these things more often. Yeah. So the programme basically enables that, and that includes working with young women. It includes us putting on events like the International Women's Day open mic, where we met last year, and sort of conference style events and such like throughout the year, just to enable people space to learn. It's about education, and it's about everything we've spoken about in terms of misinformation and a non-judgmental space to kind of see things from through lived experience and that kind of thing. However, we do loads of collaborative stuff. So we work with the Carlisle International Women's Group to do like a monthly sort of coffee morning gathering, which again is just a welcoming space for people who are maybe a bit lonely or isolated. And then we've got the youth work project and the women's project that I've just told you about, that we've got funding for. There's lots of things going on, but it all comes under the umbrella of sort of youth and community work that supports women and families.
So, question.
Yes.
How do you reach the people? So the work you do attracts the people who know it's needed.
Yes.
How do you reach the people who don't understand why it's needed? Yes. Or do you not focus on that?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. I guess one of the first things that comes to mind is we've run for the last couple of years period workshops. Okay. Where we go into primary schools and we work with an entire year 6 class. Yeah. For like and run a workshop, it's about an hour and a half workshop solely on talking about periods. This has been it sounds so sort of basic and but it platforms lots of opportunities to explore shame, to explore gender, to explore kind of issues that highlight the inequitable relationships between men and women. The 1.5 hour session allows for all of those conversations to happen with boys and girls who are, a cross section of boys and girls in that class. Yeah. Nobody, everybody's there. It's not like just those who've turned up who want to. Right. It's the entire class. So you're reaching, everybody in that room.
It's not a sign up for, it's that everyone does it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And also, quite importantly, the teachers sit in and listen to it as well. And I think quite often the teachers will look at us and go, well, I didn't know that. And, there's an awful lot of... Yeah. So, and what happens then is we can tell them about our sessions. For example, the youth work sessions that we're doing, or we usually have a programme with Tully House Museum in Carlisle. Oh, okay. So we can direct people if they want to know more, or if they're interested, or if they just want a nice sort of welcoming place to hang out on, at the weekend or whatever. Yeah. We kind of have that opportunity to kind of signpost people into that. Okay. So that's one way that we're sort of able to reach more than just the handful that maybe would seek it out. Yeah. We would love to do more of that kind of work. It's extraordinary how many young people we talk to really have very limited information about something as basic as period. Right. Periods, and and girls that daren't tell their family that they've started their period because they think it'll be a burden on like the finances of the family, and all kinds of things have come out of those period workshops.
Oh my goodness.
Which really highlight
oh my god, there's such a load that children carry.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Gosh.
So that's a really nice model, but we would really like to be able to sort of extend that to work in secondary schools. But there's such a sort of fear culture around so many issues, like we were talking about earlier, the issues that are really polarizing people at the moment. Everyone's fearful to tackle, you know. Certainly cannot go into school and talk about sort of gender per se, because there's policies in place in schools that dissuade that from happening, and which again is another reason why people get misinformation rather than an opportunity to explore things fully.
Yeah, well, that's great, isn't it? Because oftentimes with these things, it's the people who really could benefit from that conversation aren't there, and it's how to get them there.
It's so true.
That's the biggest challenge.
It's also the most rewarding thing when we've had one of our Woman Up events in recent years we did in collaboration with the university, and it was Woman Up Justice. So we looked at the justice system through the eyes of women.
Wow.
And we had some amazing speakers right across the board.
Yeah,
an incredible woman whose daughter was horrifically murdered by her ex-boyfriend who had stalked her.
Oh my god.
And she speaks in schools and talks but then another story from a woman who was in the justice system and had her 2 children when she was in prison, and anyway, from all kinds of different points of view. But we very much, I suppose, through like a bit of a youth work and a community work avenue, encouraged people to come along who would never normally go to a conference. Yeah. So there was lots of the young people that I was working with at the time that had never set foot in the university before.
Wow, that's overwhelming in itself.
Yeah. But came, and because it's not a conference, it is very kind of, interesting and enjoyable, and it's meant to be quite light-hearted. I know not all the topics are, but we definitely try and make it as interactive and, welcoming as possible. Yeah. So I think having people there that had never kind of encountered anything like that makes it really, it definitely nods to your question about reaching people who maybe would never know that they needed to be reached. Yeah, exactly. That's the key. Yeah, they don't know they need to be reached. That's a really nice way to put it. So I know you were talking about if we aired this in autumn, there were a few things happening in autumn, so I'm not sure this is going to be aired in autumn 2025, but if it is, what are the things that you're doing? Okay, well, we have a viewing of Frida, the film. Oh yeah! Oh my god, that's amazing! At Tully House, which is a bit of a collaborative Woman Up event. Yeah. And that's in conjunction with their new colours exhibition that's just been launched there. So nice. That's amazing, because undoubtedly people will come with flowers in their hair, and we have sort of a discussion afterwards, and a monobrow. Yeah. So that's really exciting. We're just really fortunate to sort of collaborate with so many different people. So we work with Queer Cumbria, and we have things like a walk around Derwentwater coming up, which is open to everybody, but it's a very just welcoming space to get out and meet new people. And like what we mentioned before about, if you don't understand somebody and the way that they live, it's an opportunity to come along and just meet people and have a opportunity to kind of broaden your friendship group, I suppose. Yeah. We have our girls group at Calais Youth Zone is due to launch in November. Oh wow! So that's all coming up. In this autumn. And the idea is that once we've got a group of young women that are attending, we can sort of really see what their interests are to kind of develop some campaigning work or something that's a bit meatier. So yes, that's really exciting as well.
And so how do people find you?
Anybody and everybody can get in touch. The easiest way is via social media.
Okay.
So we are UK Woman Up, even though really we're just Cumbria Woman Up.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, if you search UK Woman Up, you will find us. So you can reach out on social media and you can find out what's going on there also.
Yeah.
And I just really urge anybody who wants to meet people in a non-judgmental way to get involved.
Yeah. Fabulous.
Come along.
And what are your social media handles? Is it?
It's just at UK Woman Up.
Okay.
At UK Woman Up for everything.
Fabulous. Well, Sam, that's been amazing. I've enjoyed very much slipping and sliding with you.
Oh no, we're back to the slippy slidey bit.
We are, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, it's been so lovely. Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. Thanks for walking through Parsons Woods with us today. I'm still thinking about Linda sitting on that street, chips, no judgment, and just being there for someone. That's the kind of person Sam has become in her work, and I feel we should all aspire to be when someone needs us. I hope Sam's journey gave you something to think about, whether that's about mentorship, unconditional support, and how powerful that is, or how we can all get close enough to truly see each other's humanity. If you enjoyed this episode, here's what I'd love you to do. Head over to sukanya.com. That's SUKANY4.com. There you'll find the full write-up of this conversation with Sam, including links to Woman Up UK. You can find them at Woman Up UK on social media and all the resources we mentioned today. While you're there, check out previous episodes and see where we've walked. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so you don't miss future conversations, and please share this episode with someone specific, maybe a teacher, a youth worker, a parent navigating difficult conversations, or someone who just needs a reminder that the system failing doesn't mean they failed. If you've got thoughts on this episode or suggestions for where I should walk next, drop me a message through the website. Now, before I go, I want to leave you with some questions. You don't have to answer them out loud, just sit with them and see what you come up with. Who in your life could use some unconditional support right now, with no judgment, no fixing, just you being there? Maybe it's as simple as sitting with them, like Linda did. When was the last time you questioned what you were told was true? Are there stories you've accepted without really examining them? What would it look like to practice that critical thinking Sam talked about? What light bulb moment changed the course of your life? Who was your Linda? And have you told them what they meant to you? And finally, and possibly most importantly, whose Linda could you be? Who's watching you, learning from you, drawing courage from the way you show up in the world? I think that's how we change the world. One conversation, one connection, one act of unconditional support at a time, by getting close enough to truly see each other. Remember, you can't hate close up, and sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just show up and sit with someone. I'm Sukanya, and I'll see you on the next walk.